What is up, people? Welcome back to episode number 73 of the Hook It podcast. And today, our very first Secret Sessions episode. If you haven't seen the mail shot or social media, then let me quickly explain to you the premise and my reasons for doing this kind of new mini-series. First of all, the success of this podcast has kind of blindsided me. I kind of knew and I had an inkling that it would be pretty successful, but over the last few years, it's begun to take up a hell of a lot of time. And when you take into account sort of sourcing guests, lining up time zones, research, promotion, then physically recording a podcast, and then after that, you've got editing, post-production, promotion again, writing blog posts, etc., etc. You know, you're looking at upwards a couple of days' work minimum per episode. So what I wanted to do was launch a series which is a little bit more raw, a little bit more spontaneous, and have conversations with people that I've met, continue to meet, and also like some of my closest friends who have all got really interesting stories. And now the platform is as big as what it is, I kind of think that you guys will trust me to deliver you like cool podcasts, interesting stories. And it only feels right to sort of get these people on without having to go through the machine of promotion, etc., etc., and having to like line it all up and make it fit within a schedule. So these are going to be a little bit more spontaneous, like I said previously. And the plan is just to launch them. There'll be no listener questions, no promotion, nothing like that. You'll just get a podcast in your favorite podcast stream. Just as an FYI, make sure you are subscribed wherever you listen to this podcast, whether it's iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, YouTube, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, wherever it is, make sure you hit that subscribe button because that's the only way you will instantly get these episodes. If you're not doing that, then you're going to have to wait 6, sometimes 12 hours for the podcast to show in your feed, which is a pain in the ass. Also, moving forward, there's going to be some exclusive offers from show supporters and sponsors. Just for this sort of Secret Sessions episodes. Anyway, hopefully you guys are into it. I already think it's pretty cool. I enjoyed today a super chilled out conversation with Ian and Dan of Dirt Factory. We also brought in Matt. It was actually Matt's first day on the job. He'd been in work for about an hour and 15 minutes when we were like, come on, you're doing a podcast. But anyway, it was a cool conversation. These guys came on the podcast all the way back for episode 5 when it was nothing like it is now. So it was cool. They're now open to head over to Manchester, sit down and chat about what they've been up to and the future for Dirt Factory. So without further ado, let's welcome Ian, Dan and Matt to the podcast. Let's do this.
Try to keep very calm. Give me all your money. Try to count to 10. Little doesn't know it's about to begin. Push it too far, you're the killing machine.
Let's go for it, yeah.
The best way of doing these things.
Beautiful.
Right, let me get rid of those. Okay. This is the first Secret Sessions podcast. So the plan with this is, like, obviously every time I get a podcast guest, there's like quite a lot of build-up goes into it and stuff. But there's a lot of people out there that might necessarily make a good guest that I don't like. Once I don't have time for, but it's a lot to go through to get them on. Do you know what I mean? So the Secret Sessions like series is going to be just quick conversations, random, spontaneous, with people I think have got amazing stories that deserve a chance to be on this thing, because it's now quite a big podcast.
Right, cool.
It's
How
kinda
many
scary.
listeners do you have? Does it tell you that?
I'll not tell you figures because I don't like sharing them, but I'll tell you after. Do you know what I mean? Like once we've recorded, I'll
right.
give you a good idea where we're at.
Also, we're live now, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's weird when you start telling people because I don't know. It's a long story.
Yeah,
I'd
sure.
rather keep it to ourselves a little bit where we're at with that.
All good.
Quite a lot of subscribers. believe.
Oh yeah. It's doing good. It's cool because, like we were just saying before, so you guys were episode 5, which was
Yeah.
approximately 2 years ago.
And now we're episode.
This will be 73, I think. And in between there's been some pretty cool guests like Danny Mac, Nyquist. There's been so many cool people on. So it's obviously like organically grown quite big.
I was Danny Mac.
Well,
That Danny Mac. The Danny Mac.
You were the original.
Yeah, well, I don't know who's older.
I'm not sure you're the original, but there has been some confusion before, hasn't there?
There has been some confusion
really?
before, yeah.
Yeah.
It's riding style, is it? Or
Not,
definitely
no,
not riding
definitely not
style.
that. You know, long story short, basically, but I got sent his bike.
did you?
Yeah.
Just arrived at your house.
All a big accident, but I sent it back. Of course I did. Pretty gutted. I wanted to ride it. But
Which
kept
one
in the
was
box. It was like, what was it, Santa Cruz Nomad.
Right,
You know?
right.
Yeah, sick bike. But just, yeah, like I say, it's a long
You
story.
didn't set it up for him or anything.
Nah. But he said thanks for giving me my bike back when I met him in Eurobike.
Really?
So that was cool.
That's funny. So let's just give it a little bit of background then. So you guys came on for episode 5, which was, we think, approximately 2 years ago. I was going to listen this morning in the van, but decided not to, because if you remember, it was an absolute clusterfuck. We had 4 people on. You were all on individual Skype setup.
Yep.
I was in a hotel room
in separate
somewhere
rooms.
random, like a travel lodge.
I can remember we had people in your house but separate. You know,
That's
one
right,
locked
yes.
in the conservatory so it didn't interfere with the sound on the other interviews. That's how we
It was a
were
mess.
working at that. It was a mess.
It
an
was a
absolute
mess. Like,
yeah.
I'll hold my hands up. It was the 5th episode ever, and it was an absolute mess. But if anyone does want to listen to it, it's episode 5. But I sort of, I advise you probably don't bother.
It was a good experience to do it, definitely. But have you ever listened back to it? No?
No, I don't think
At
so.
least you're honest.
I couldn't bring myself to do it before today. Definitely no.
So let's do a brief intro then of who we've got, because last time we had 4 of you, I think. Was it Ian, Dan, Mark?
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 of us, I think.
Was it
wasn't
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
So yeah, I'd have been the 4th. Yeah, I'd have been the 4th.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's 4 channels. Yeah. Okay. So today though, we've got half the team and a member of staff who's on his first day at work, which is really cool. But why not get you on here? It's cool. So quick intro.
Yeah. Dan here, co-founder of Dirt Factory, project manager, guy leading the project. That's me, Dan Makin.
Our man on the ground there, Dan Makin. CEO.
Man on the ground.
Myself, it's Ian Wheeler. I was on the last one. I'm a director, community director. I've been involved since the start with Dan as well. I'm now based in Spain, and I'm just back to check up on how the boys are doing, meet our new members of staff, do the podcast, and have a little ride as well while I'm back.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I'm Matt Greenwood. First day on the job as trail supervisor, and they kind of dropped me in the deep end.
It's really cool. Like, why not get you on here? It's cool. Why not? First podcast, Matt?
Yeah, first podcast. So, yeah,
Who'd have thought?
see how it goes.
Oh dear. All right, so we are here in your new location.
You can
Your
probably
location.
hear the,
We can hear
the
there's
building
work going on
on
behind the
That's
scenes,
right.
yeah, which is cool. We've got plumbers and builders and all sorts going on, but
What is it they're doing at the minute, Dan?
At the minute, changing room. Yeah.
okay.
We had a few people just want to be able to hang up the coats and the bags and, you know.
It's only fair, isn't it?
I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's important, really, because of where
really
we are.
important.
You know,
Yeah.
we saw it at the weekend. People came in, they would ride, and then off they went for a drink and a meal in
Yeah.
Manchester.
Yeah.
It's so close.
And, you know, I've had quite a lot of people finish work, come straight from work to here. Obviously, you want to ditch your work gear, don't you?
yeah.
So,
Get out your suit.
yeah, so just nothing too fancy, you know, a few lockers, a bit of a cubicle and all that.
Cool. So, and location-wise, we are just on the outskirts of Manchester City Centre, would you say, or are we in it?
I'd say we're like pretty much
in Manchester City
we're
Centre.
in it,
slap bang
yeah.
in the city centre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool location, really cool. It
I
didn't
think-
take long either for me to get here, for anyone coming from the north, like straight off the 62.
62.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
far away, 10 minutes off the M62, so nice and easy to get to, which
So
is good.
where exactly did you come from today, Dan?
Sheffield,
And how long did it take you?
an hour and 40.
an hour and 40.
It's not bad, is it?
But it
Bad
was
traffic.
early sort of trafficy
Yeah,
time.
I left at like 7 a.m. So I don't know if it's school holidays right now. I don't know.
It is school
It is school holidays. There
right
definitely
now.
wasn't as much traffic coming like into Glossop and stuff like that. Usually you get stuck there, but yeah,
We've
we're
had
in.
people come.
Well, I was going to say,
rolling on the bike,
yeah.
coming on the train on their bikes.
Yeah.
We've had people arrive by car and van. So yeah, lots of options.
And we had the Rother Valley Rider
Oh, did you?
group round last Saturday.
Yeah.
There was 29 of those guys coming
Really?
from Sheffield to
Rad.
ride, so that was pretty cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sick. So this location then, I mean, there's a lot's happened in that 2-year span, right? Of when we last got you on here. Was it almost like still a bit of a pipe dream 2 years ago that this would happen, or was it like, do you know what I mean?
I think at that time,
Because you seem to, there's been a bit of a quiet period.
I think we were well on with it, weren't we? And I think it was the goal was to get that funding raised. I'm sure at that last podcast, it was getting that funding.
I think that's
raised.
why we did it, because I think I'd seen you guys posting about it and stuff. I was like, oh, I've got this podcast, jump on, let's try and help raise some awareness and stuff. So I think, like, you're right, like, you were probably just starting to get the ball rolling, searching
Right,
for
flipping
funding.
it. I thought it might have been after the crowdfund we last
I
spoke.
think you were just
but-
launching it, you know.
Right.
Again, I
God,
almost
a lot has
remember
changed
posting
then.
about it, like,
Yeah.
trying to help.
A massive change then,
Yeah.
yeah, because you know we didn't know what was going to happen when we were going live with that crowdfund. It was really sort of make or break, wasn't it, for us? You know, it was going to go on there, and it was either going to hit the target or it wasn't, and then you've got to really go back to the drawing board. And it was good, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
massively successful.
I mean, we put a lot of work in. You know, a lot of hard work went into that crowdfund campaign. Obviously, we believe in the business wholeheartedly, and yeah, what happened since then? We for the listeners who've probably not heard that first one, well, we raised £300,000
Wow.
in 16 days.
Jesus.
So we had a month to hit our target of 300 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, by day 16, it was there.
Wow. And that, credit down to what, the mountain bike community getting behind it? Was it?
Yeah.
For
what
sure,
else?
yeah.
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 Massively. You
And
know.
it kind of snowballed a little bit then. I mean, a bit of advice we got from the crowdfund platform guys was, you know, when you reach around 63% of your raise target, you know, once you've got to that point, it kind of all rolls in then from
Really?
there because you've got enough momentum.
Okay.
You know, I've done quite a few talks on crowdfunding. People who
Since?
since who want to learn from it, and for sure, it's about building up a community before you go live with that campaign.
Yeah.
It's about creating a buzz, something exciting. I mean, if we was trying to raise some money to sell the latest mop bucket, we're not going to get anywhere because
Yeah.
it's boring, isn't it?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we
yeah.
have an indoor bike park, and people, you know, we've kicked up quite a
For sure.
lot of hype.
Have you
so
done?
that
Have you done
helps.
this before? Have you done crowdfunding or anything like that? Or were
No,
you straight in it?
no, yeah, did it all for the first time. Like we've done everything with this project, and we've done it all in house.
Everything's just been a first time. For
We've
all
learned
of
a
us.
lot.
rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're quite thorough, quite meticulous of what we do,
Yeah.
and yeah, it seems to be working, doesn't it?
Well, once we got to that stage where day 16 hit, you know, we've hit the target. It's then the guys who are behind the website, the Crowdcube guys, who say, well, you know, well done, you've hit your target. What is it you want to do now? We can go and overfund. So you can ask for more if you like. So that's what we did, isn't it? We said, well, all right, well, we'll
Keep going.
let's go for 450 then and see if we can hit that by the end of the month. We just about did it, didn't we? So
Right. Wow.
It was a really, really...
So the target was 300. You hit that, and then you pushed for a little bit more.
Yeah, 450 on top, so it was half again.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
was a really, really successful raise for us. Yeah, it worked really well. And then coming out of that, once you've got the money, now you need the premises.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and that became a little bit of a battle, especially
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, that's been the main challenge for Dirt Factory, is securing a site which is basically the size of a football pitch, an existing building which we can move in and rent. Now we've come very close to, you know, on 2 occasions to
Right.
securing that space.
What
There.
stopped those ones going through?
In a nutshell, being gazumped by a bigger tenant,
Okay.
a more
Yeah.
established tenant who's been trading for 15 years. And then the second time is the car park, our customer car park got rented out to a chemical firm,
Right.
basically.
Right.
a way for landlord to get a bit more money in. But without the car park, the site was useless to us.
Scuppered the entire premise.
Yeah.
didn't it?
Really?
There's
Yeah.
so many variables, isn't there? So many things that we've got to look at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so yeah. Not only is there quite a strict criteria of what we require for the building, you know, it's got to be the right height, the right size, the right terms.
It's got to be sustainable, you know, for
Yeah,
us as a business.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But then what's been the main challenge is, okay, so speaking with the landlord now, present the business plan, tell them exactly what we want to do. Majority of times you get what's an indoor bike park, and you want to fill my warehouse with dirt. Don't quite get that.
It's understandable though, right?
Yeah,
Let's
of
be
course,
honest.
very
Yeah.
valid questions, very
Yeah.
valid. And then I think the main hang up above them is that we're a new company. So, all right, Dirt Factory, show me that you're not going to go bust in first few months. Show me your accounts. You know, can I see your accounts for the last 12 years? Again, very valid
Yeah,
questions.
Yeah,
So, like I say, we've come close twice, haven't we? But
We've come close twice.
I think that the actual wording of it all in the business talk or bank talk, whatever it is, that we've got a weak covenant. That's what they called
Okay.
it, a weak covenant. So that basically means we haven't got a long trading history.
Yep.
It's a brand new thing. It's
Everything
never been
starts
done before.
somewhere, right?
You know, these
Yeah.
these guys have got these huge industrial units that have been used for industry. You know,
Yeah.
you tell them you want to put a bike park in. What is that? And B, like, is that going to work?
Probably think it's going to be full of yobs.
You know, and this gives us something to show to those people to say, that's what an indoor bike park is. You
Yeah.
know, this is how we work with community groups. This is how many customers come through. Here's our covenant building
Yeah.
and building. This is really helping us to do that.
Yeah, so just to wind the clock on a little bit like forward, we've been like, okay, come on, we've looked at like nearly 30 buildings.
Bet you're sick.
Yeah, it's like, come on. And then this opportunity came around in partnership with Manchester Council and the Mayfield project.
Oh, right.
And originally, actually, I was looking at doing an event in here with Fox, believe it or not. And that didn't materialise, so I said, right, okay, well, is there anything we can do? Put on some bike activities, and it's gone from setting up a pump track and an airbag in here
Yeah.
to providing an actual indoor trail centre,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
albeit not the size what we're looking for,
Right.
although it's great, isn't it?
It is.
But we know we need
it's great.
something, 3-4 times bigger?
Yeah,
That's always been the goal, and that's still the goal.
Right. Is it really? Okay.
I was thinking about it last night. You know, this is kind of our. You know, it definitely is a pop up. You know, it's like almost not a pitch and putt, but it's not PGA. You know, we
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
be
yeah,
PGA, don't we?
Yeah.
You can. When everyone comes in, they're really excited to ride the dirt trails. You know, so if we could have 4, 5, 6 times the size of those dirt trails, we can have more dirt trails to appeal to different types of rider. Definitely.
Got you. Okay.
So to try and overcome them challenges we faced early doors of having a weak covenant, not having trading
Yeah.
history, this is hopefully
Like-
the
Like we
answer.
said before, proof of concept. This is what it is. This is how it can work.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's massive for us, you know, that Mayfield has given us this opportunity,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, you were
It's a
saying
big
before,
thing.
like, so just to unwind a little bit though, those 2 years, a lot of it's looking for buildings, looking at buildings. What else you've done? Because the airbag keeps popping up all over the place.
Yeah.
So fundraising a little bit.
Well, again, to kind of counter the challenges we was coming across about not having trading
Right.
history, we then said, right, okay, let's not just sit on our backsides. Let's
Can't just keep looking for property and going through properties. We need to be doing
Get
other
out there.
things to build that covenant. Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
the airbag was a budget we already had in place for the facility, so we just bought that prematurely, if you
Right,
will,
right.
which has enabled us to
Take
tour
it
it.
out there,
around,
help
yeah.
promote ourselves, help see how that airbag
And it's worked though,
works.
for sure, because even me, you know, I've kept a handle on sort of what you've been doing over the last few years, but you keep seeing the airbag pop up. It's like, I guess a lot of people might have thought, you know, once it went a little bit quiet after those few years, raised all this money, like, where are they? What are they
Yeah.
doing?
We're all busy behind the computer
Yeah, yeah,
working,
yeah.
taking
Yeah,
calls and looking at buildings.
We've had some interesting comments, haven't we, from
Really?
the keyboard warriors, you know.
And it's hard because, you know, and it's like, you know, we can only show you so many empty buildings, you know. What we want to do is get the work done, get in somewhere and then show it you when it's ready. you
Mm.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
But the question we get asked the most is what? When are you opening? When are you opening? When are you opening?
Okay, so let's talk about that then real quick, because that's really interesting. So just talk about really quickly the facility where we are now then. So size, what's in here, because again, people listening, we've got listeners all over the world. We've got some in Bosnia.
Wow.
So to our Bosnian friends getting ready to come over.
Awesome.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the facility
Yeah.
and why this one. Why did it tick so many of
Right,
the boxes?
I'll start us off. So the building itself is 25,000 square feet. So it's around the quarter of the size which we're actually looking for. It's it's a 7-minute walk, maybe a bit less, from Manchester Piccadilly Station. So we're very central to Manchester. We're here part of a much wider development, which is a 10-year construction project regenerating this quarter of Manchester.
Okay.
It's called the Mayfield Project.
Right.
It's a huge scale development. Basically, the building we are in now and the surrounding buildings will be all flattened in the next 6 months. Maybe they'll all be gone.
Yeah.
Sorry, apart from the one we're
Apart
in.
from this one, yeah. 'Cause
You
that's
know,
so-
This one's being retained.
yeah. So that's kind of the crux of the partnership, is that, Mayfield we've joined partnership. They've let us use this space in return for, delivering community projects, working with
Right.
schools, working with the local area, getting more people active, more people on bikes,
Yeah.
especially the kind of challenging age generations
Okay.
in this area. So we've got an obligation to do that, and we've started doing that already.
That's something that you'd have probably done anyway when you got off
For
the moon.
sure,
yeah,
yeah.
massive.
So that's
Community
what we
stuff.
do. That's what we've been doing on tour with the airbag and
Yeah.
the pump track.
Working with schools, working with community groups, getting it out there and doing stuff locally as well in our village.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
Such a
it's-
big thing though right now is getting kids off of PlayStations and Xboxes and stuff and getting them doing stuff like this, right? And there's not many places like this, so that's the problem. Where do kids go to? I know a lot of skate parks do something quite similar. My brother runs a skate park and they do a lot of community stuff. Like 90% of the people that come through the door are community projects, kids, underprivileged kids, whatever it might be. So
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
It is. It's a massive part of our business, isn't it?
yeah.
Big time, yeah. Big time. So, yeah, that's kind of... I don't know if that's answered you.
Yeah,
the
kind
first
of.
part
I
of
mean,
your question.
as far as what you've got here to ride, you've got outdoor pump track, and then you take it away.
Outdoor
There's
pump
loads.
track, yeah, which is in the sun at the minute. Which configuration have we got it
That's
set up at the
the
minute?
World Cup configuration.
So it's
Okay.
it takes it out of you.
Yeah.
Two laps of that and you're ready to hit the deck. Definitely.
Or the beers in your case.
All the beers in my case. Yeah, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got the pump track set up outside. It's actually in the sun as well. It's got the sun on it.
Yeah.
Since I got back on Friday, it's not rained, so it's like let's get outside in the sun on the pump track.
It's great, but it's kind of shit at the same time for you guys.
Yeah. I mean, the trail inside, wow, there's loads of options on there. It's not straight linear dirt jumps. There's balls included in that. You can interpret where you want to go. Are you going to go left? Are you going to go right? You kind of stand at the top, scratching your head, watch other people ride it and go, oh, maybe I'll go that way.
Yeah, yeah.
I think one thing that we've found from feedback from customers is like, the best thing is I can watch other people ride, see how they do it, and all right, okay.
Yeah.
You're learning
So-
a lot.
On the design front, obviously, the main challenge we faced designing inside is that we knew from the outset we haven't got the space we need.
Okay.
So, and it quickly becomes apparent when you start trail building how fast features gobble up space. Couple of jumps, couple of berms, you're at the end of the building. So we've had to tweak our design and vision a little bit and try and water down the main vision into a much smaller space. So we
Okay.
tried to keep an XC loop or flow trail around the perimeter of the building.
Yeah.
Which, if you imagine an XC loop going around the size of a football pitch, it's quite a big loop.
Yeah.
In here, it's a little bit short. We've obviously got to get some jump features in there, and a few technical challenges like rock gardens. What we've not been able to get in is like bits of North Shore, separate progressive jump lines. So you've
Got
got
ya.
small, medium, large, which is very important. You know,
Everything here though looks like it's caseable. It's not like you're gonna. There's no gaps or anything
No,
like that, is there? It's
There's
made
no
it all
gaps,
rollable.
everything's
Yeah.
rollable.
and as Ian said, we've took the approach of designing it so then riders can get creative with their choice of line. So there's the obvious jump lines which you can see when you walk out there, but then if you look carefully, there's little
Other
lines
ways
you
you
can
can
take.
go.
Yeah, for sure. And you've had some pretty cool people help build as well. Did I see like Sambo was here?
Yeah, Sambo, you know, top guy, top trail builder. We've got FJ on it as well, Farmer John. You
Oh,
know,
cool. Right.
know John
Yeah.
very well, so he's part of the build. Yeah, and we just kept it in house. You know, I did again on that front. We spoke to Bike Track. You know, love their work, man. It's really sick. So we've got Steve down here, and in the end, we just thought, you know, come on.
You know, at the end of the day, this is a pop-up, and the money that we raised, you know, we had to look at how much of that money goes into the pop-up, you know, and not a great deal of it did, because we know it's a limited term here. We
Yeah.
can't be spending all that money because that is for the big facility.
Yeah.
So we knew those people, with the help of those people, we can do this in-house. So that's what we did with it, really, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So-
and it worked out good. We had a sick team, good laugh building it, a lot of long hours, slapping dirt and building all that, and yeah, it was cool. It was a good process.
Yeah.
But you can hopefully see out there, you know, there's still a lot more we want to do. I mean, Matt here is
Matt.
our
Matt's
trail.
sat quietly
Bring him into
listening.
the conversation. Matt's
Yeah.
you know, first day on the job. He's our trail supervisor. You know, passionate about trail building, and Matt's going to take the reins on, you know, just making sure out there the trails are running smoothly and
Cool.
basically we're providing what customers want.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Potential dream job, really, dude.
I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah.
What could I want? I get to watch people ride bikes and build jumps all day.
Sick.
Well,
Awesome.
yeah,
Have you
well,
worked like
well,
within the bike industry before, or is this all new to
No,
you?
this is first time. I finished uni back in June,
Right.
and then got a job as a waiter straight out. So I thought, oh, that'll do me till sort of Christmas. I'll find something else. 9 months later, I was still there thinking, oh, I can't keep doing this. And then I saw this job came up and thought, why not go for it? And yeah, here I am
Amazing.
today.
Sick. Amazing, dude. Amazing. And is this part of the scale out now? Is staff members? Yeah, that sort of stuff. You know,
Yeah, it's time
what's
to
the plan
start
keep-
scaling it now. Yeah,
Right.
you know, we've got a couple more people to take on to join. You know, expand the team a little bit.
You know, we're letting that develop a little bit organically.
Really,
shall we say.
you'll know when people come up, the right people.
I think so. Yeah.
Like we talked about before, it's hard to find staff as well. Like really, really hard.
Having
find good people.
been through that recruitment process, there's so many pitfalls and there's so much work that goes into recruiting staff.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing. Yeah,
For sure,
it's
for sure.
massive, isn't it?
Yeah, that's another part of the business we've learned, isn't it?
You
Recruiting,
need
know.
to have the right people in. You
Yeah.
know, it needs to be people that you can work with. So
Definitely.
yeah, it's super important.
Definitely.
And I think, you know, very quickly we're going to be looking at the crew member roles of, you know, get some volunteers and get people working for track time. You know, just a time exchange program. And if those guys prove to be good, well, let's work with those people, develop those people, and get them into full-time roles with us.
Got ya.
That's what we'd like to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's been some of the hardest challenges of starting this thing?
From my experience, just being such a small company with...
Is there still 3 of you? Is Mark still involved?
There's 5
Mark's still-
directors.
Five,
Yeah, Mark,
okay, 5.
Mark, Gary and Andy, the other 3.
Right.
And yeah, the main challenge is that all the other directors, apart from myself, have all got other commitments and other
Okay.
jobs.
Right.
You know.
Right.
We all work full-time jobs. You know, it wasn't until the crowd fund and the raise and being in a position to sort of say to Dan, okay, you know, we can work to sort of create a position for you now so that you can work on that full-time, finding the premises, finding the right place, getting all the procedures in place. Everybody else, we all need to work for a living.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so
And
that's
is
what
the
we do.
long-term plan for you all to come in-house, work together, or are you still kind of
Yeah,
happy
not-
to
not-
stay?
Not
No,
necessarily, no.
Not necessarily,
Okay, that's
no.
cool.
We don't. It's not that we want to work here day to day.
Right.
We're directors. We had the idea, and we want to implement that idea. don't necessarily want to work here day to day, no, but
Right.
we want to, you know, make those decisions that influence the business and make sure it gives a return for our shareholders. Really, I don't see myself here on the ground working. I am today, and same for Dan. I think as this progresses and we get this running 100%,
People like Matt will as well
Yeah,
take
I
over
think-
the reins a little bit.
you know, Dan really needs to be looking at the big goal, the 120,000 square feet, and bringing people here to show them, look, it works. We want to scale it up. Let's go.
Are the premises, what's it, premisi, like available that sort of size?
There is, yeah. There's
Yeah.
one just up the road, which we've been,
We
We've
went
had
past
our-
it on the train today. didn't we?
yeah,
Right.
we've had our eye on that for a while now. So that's still a very good option for us. But you know, going forward, without probably revealing too much, you know,
Steady now, steady.
yeah, that plan can soon change. You know, it'd be good to not have to rent a building. Put
Got
it
ya.
that way.
Okay, understood.
Yeah, let's just say we're looking at all available options.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Opening, but you know, when's this thing properly kick off? Because you've had almost like, would you say a soft launch? Like, I don't know what you guys up to.
So
We're basically doing sort of private sessions. So if people are getting in touch and saying, we want to book a session, can
Yep.
we jump on? We're working out a time to do that, and we're doing it. And we're having the preview sessions as well, like this weekend on Saturday. We had a private group in the morning,
Okay.
and then the other group was a session that we've advertised on Eventbrite. We've put it out there with maximum group numbers, and people can book onto that session. They pay £12, it's a 2-hour session. They book on, turn up, come and ride.
Awesome.
there's a few more dates. We release dates every week, don't we?
Just keep releasing
So
dates.
there's
as
two
we go.
today. There's one tomorrow evening. There's one Friday.
With the long-term goal of just being open.
Well, it's
Yeah.
just helping us at this
Open,
stage to test the processes, make sure that everything's correct and ready for when we do open the doors to the public.
Yeah.
That's it. We're doing different age sessions, different ability sessions,
Oh, cool.
and just working out what works, what doesn't work, who rides well together. Just
Putting a team in place because
Yeah, of course,
at the
yeah,
minute,
yeah.
you know, it's falling on us to do, which
Yeah.
we've absolutely loved running these sessions because it's like a dream come alive. You
Absolutely.
It's
know?
great. It must be crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you know, again, going all that way back, even to our conversation 2 years ago, to been here now in this office,
to
like,
now
you
be
know,
stood in
a
reception,
warehouse full of dirt.
seeing people ride round.
Yeah.
Really, really
absolutely.
cool, guys. Like, I'm stoked for you. I'm glad it's happened because it wasn't that long ago, probably like 3 or 4 months ago, when I was thinking, wonder where they are. Like, what happened to that? Honestly, you know, you keep seeing things pop up, but there was no
man, the
real
amount
like
of
set.
behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, I can
It's been
imagine.
insane, hasn't it?
I can imagine.
You know,
You almost, you know, you don't want to say nothing because people think you've then disappeared.
Yeah.
But you don't want to keep putting out that same message that, yeah, we're still working hard, we're still looking. You know, it's kind of like we need to wait until we've got something and then give it to people. You know, I think that turning point came around Christmas, didn't it? When we were signing the lease,
Right.
and looking
Yeah.
in the building, going, okay, we're ready almost.
Wow, crazy. So, as far as the opening times go, when can people book on? How do they book on? All that sort of stuff. Like,
a lot of it's got to be announced, hasn't it?
Right.
No point. We don't fully know what the set times are going to be, to be honest. What we do know is that, you know, we're going to be open weekends.
Yep.
We're going to be open school holidays. It's going to operate similar to like a skate park does it in some respects. Term time, when the kids and, you know, they're in school, you know, we'll probably open a little bit later. During the week, might open at like 2-3 p.m. and stay open till 10 p.m.
Okay.
The aspiration is to be open 7 days a week, 10 a.m. till 10 p.m.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's
it.
A lot of people have rolled around and said, wow, I'm not going to the gym again.
That's
some of
fair.
these,
Yeah.
you know, some of these gyms are 24 hours, and it's like, yeah, why would you go to the gym again if you like riding bikes?
Very
Straight
true.
in here,
There's no better thing than just ride your bike, right? It's perfect for fitness, isn't it?
Yeah, so what's the message for people? Because we get a lot of people getting in touch, like when we open, which is mint.
When we open, when we
yeah,
open. I mean,
just stay tuned, I suppose, for now.
It's keep your eyes open for those pre-opening sessions. They all go out on social media. Use the links on there, and those are on. You know, is it going to be the end of April when we are fully open to the public? I wouldn't like to set a date at this stage.
Okay.
No, but yeah, we're going to be. That's what we're working towards. The sooner we get those doors open, the better. But we want it to be ready for people to ride. You know, we want to have worked out those kinks.
Got you.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing with those sessions.
Okay. Like I was saying to you before, when I worked at the indoor track and then someone went straight through the back wall. Dan weren't there, wasn't he?
He wasn't. No.
I worked at an
Wheelbase.
indoor motocross track,
Yeah.
which became we called it the Indoor Dream, which was Steve Taylor from Bike Tracks plays, right? And before it was a motocross track. We'd been open 10 minutes and there was all cladding around the outside of the building. Literally 8 or 9 minutes into opening, someone's throttle stuck on, straight through the back wall, like straight through. Missed a couple of, like the girders, just missed them, and we were like, here we go. This is going to be a right laugh running this place every day.
Jeez, man.
People used to fly out the building all the time.
Thankfully, none of these bikes have got throttles on.
No,
so.
no. I can't see anyone pushing an e-bike through one of these walls, can you?
No, we've been round on an e-bike though. That was sick. That was really good fun. Yeah. No, it's good fun. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you've got to go crack on, do some people are coming and all that sort of stuff. We're gonna have a
Public
ride
session
maybe.
in about 30 minutes. I think.
Really, yeah.
what
Have a
time
ride, chat some other stuff. But
I think you're going to jump on a bike, Davy? and have
yeah,
a
let's
ride?
do it. Let's have a ride
Check
down.
it out. Should we inflate the airbag so you can do a backflip?
No, I'm not into that.
Come on, I'll do it. I'll drop in. You can drop in after me.
We'll see. My backflip days are long gone.
Once you've done it once, just dead easy.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, thank you. Appreciate you guys taking the time out. It's good to get you back on here and chat. And it's mind blowing that we're sat here doing this. Where can people find out more? What's your social media links, websites, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah. So
Everything's at Dirt Factory MCR now, isn't it?
yeah.
Dirt Factory Manchester.
And the website, it's in the process of being revamped, so it's a little bit outdated at the minute. So just be patient with us on that.
Okay.
You know, we're quite aware. It don't really tell you everything about this pop-up.
Okay. Postcode, check that before you set off. 'Cause
For sure.
You end
Yeah,
up-
stop turning up at my mum and dad's house.
Yeah, stop
please.
turning up outside Dan's mum and dad's house. We are, if you're going to Google it, it's the Dirt Factory pop-up Mayfield, Manchester.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got somebody coming out to try and sort the code out on that Google
Really?
business, because it's not as easy as just putting a new address in. Else I
Right.
would have done it by now.
Right.
Bit of a faff.
6 minutes from Piccadilly Station, walking, just off the Mancunian Way.
But your mum and dad make a cracking brew.
Oh, aye. Yeah.
If you do end up there.
Yeah. Knock on. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, first Secret Sessions podcast in the bag.
Best thing
Right.
for people to do is perhaps sign up for the newsletter. Go to the
Yeah.
website and sign up for the newsletter. You get all the scoop there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad. Cool.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you, Dan, Ian, Matt. It's a wrap.
Nice one.
Nice
Thanks,
one.
David. Thanks
Easy.
for having us.
It's all right, man. Sick. Easy as that, man. And there you have it, boys and girls. The very first Secret Sessions episode is in the bag with the good folks over at Dirt Factory. I hope you guys share my enthusiasm for what these guys are doing in the mountain bike space, bringing mountain biking indoors in sunny / usually rainy Manchester. If you do head to Dirt Factory, please mention the podcast and don't forget to give them a follow on social media too. And if you have enjoyed listening, please leave a review on iTunes. It makes a world of difference. It really, really does. Also, reach out. If you enjoyed it, let me know. If you've got some feedback, if you think this is terrible, let me know. All feedback is good feedback, and I am happy to have a conversation with you on Instagram or email or wherever it might be. And that's it. Don't forget to follow us too at the Hook It Podcast, and don't forget to subscribe, because you won't get the next one, and you never know when it might drop. It might be next week. Peace out, folks. Enjoy the rest of your week.
All I know is I'm gonna kill ya tonight.